People ask me a lot on coaching sessions or emails. They'll ask, does my ex want me back? And a lot of the time it's because they're in no contact and they're trying to figure out if it's even worth sticking with it or what's going on. They're wanting some kind of feedback because it's difficult to just wait and know nothing about what's going on. So I'm going to go over some things that can tell you if your ex wants you back or not. Number one, you might see some signs, and basically any activity that involves you and them checking up on you or interacting with you. So if they're liking your stories, watching your stories, interacting with your social media at all, maybe they reach out casually, maybe it's an email, maybe they even text and just kind of see how you're doing or ask if they can come get their things or they want you to come get your things. If it's been a while, some of these things could be a sign, and the better ones are when they interact with your social media, especially if they're watching your stories very consistently. Those are good signs that they could want you back or could be progressing toward that. And obviously, I'm not a mind reader, and I don't know any mind readers. So a lot of this is guesswork. A lot of it is just trying to look back on what I have seen before with the cases that I've seen in the last 2 decades and to determine what the odds are that this person is at least somewhat interested. And that's the thing. If they can just have some interest, some doubt in their decision to break up with you, and maybe they are leaning toward getting back together with you or seeing if you're open to that, that's where a lot of these things can be really helpful. And that's where sticking with no contact, giving them more of the positive pressure, can be something that increases your odds of your ex wanting to get back together. Number 2, if it's enough, they act. If they want you back badly enough to get back together with you, they will do something. They will reach out and try to start a conversation with you. They'll show up, they'll call, or they'll reach out to you on social media and start interacting with you, or they will flat out just tell you they want to get back together. And that's where I will tell people that you won't have to do much guesswork at all. They will make themselves available to you. They will come to you. They will say they want to get back together because when it matters enough to them, then they will be obvious. They'll come to you. And you may say, well, my ex has this kind of attachment style. Well, again, it depends on how badly they want it. Yes, avoidant and anxious attachment styles will take longer sometimes, and they will be more timid. They will talk themselves out of it sometimes, but usually if it keeps nagging them, they will take action, and they will at least put themselves in front of you, even if they're hoping that you help some and you contribute some and you put your neck out a little bit too. They will still be doing something, and you usually can know it. But just remember, if they really want to get back together with you, they will. And it's really that simple, unfortunately. And people oftentimes will try to say, well, they're going through a lot right now, or they're working on themselves, or they need to go find themselves, or they're under a lot of pressure. None of those things really matter if they want to be with you. They will actually see you as something that can help them with those things, because that's what a partner is supposed to be: support in life, help in life. And unless you were a tremendous burden to them, then they would see getting back together with you as a positive thing, or being with you, staying with you, as being a positive thing. And so when they give you these excuses, don't fall for them. If attraction's high enough, they'll endure things they need to endure, they'll do what it takes, and they'll stick with you or they'll come back to you. Get information on my emergency breakup kit at myexbackcoach.com. The link is in the description below. The kit is my guide to help you get your ex back. It's a powerful video-based series, and it's something that you can access quickly, and it helps quickly. It's the emergency breakup kit, and you can get it at myexbackcoach.com, and that link is in the description below. Number 3, it's not your place to have to go after them and pursue them again and try to spur them on, or to rattle the cage like you would an animal at the zoo and you're wanting the animal to do something. It's like, move around. That's kind of how some people will treat their ex. It's like, I'm not seeing them do anything, so I need to take some kind of action. I need to contact them, or maybe they're wanting me to do this or that. And a lot of times a person will become a detective trying to figure out what their ex wants them to do. There's some little code or some little action that they need to take, and their ex will say, oh, I'm so glad you figured it out. It's nonsense. If they want to be with you, they will do what it takes. They will not rely on you having to figure out smoke signals or codes or whatever action you should take. That's ridiculous, because if you think about it, you're not demanding that of them, because you in this moment really want them back. It's miserable to be without them. So you're not going to sit there and say, if only they would figure out what I'm trying to tell them, we could get back together. You're willing to do whatever. And that's my point. In order to have a successful relationship with this person, you have to allow them to get to that point where they're willing to do whatever they need to do to save the relationship, to rebuild it, to work on it, just to get back together with you. And until that point comes, it's not your place, because your ex is the one who left the relationship. So it's their job to come back to the relationship. Now, if you're the person who broke up with someone and you're watching this video because you want to get back together with them, your role in this is simple. You broke up with them, which means you have to go back to the relationship. So you reach out to them, you apologize, tell them it was a mistake to break up, ask them if they will consider taking you back. Simple. That's what you need to do if you did the dumping. If you did not do the dumping, then it is not your place, because you did not leave the relationship. And usually when you try to take their role, to take their place, and try to put the relationship back to fix what they broke, you end up lowering attraction. The relationship dynamics have gotten out of place to where you have moved toward them and they have moved away from you, and you've got to move back in order to give that space that they can actually come to you like a vacuum. Because if you move toward them, it pushes them away. It makes them move further away from you and makes the job of them coming back to you more difficult, because there are more emotional and mental hurdles for them to get there. So stay back. It's not your place to go after them. And if you do that, you're going to be doing that for the rest of the relationship. You're going to have to be doing everything, and it's going to be exhausting, and it's not going to work, because you are going to ensure that the relationship dynamics are out of place, because you'll be doing way too much and you'll be out of your lane. Number 4, keep your standards. And these are basic standards, in that you don't allow mistreatment or lies from them, or slander, or for them to rip you off financially, or to expect for you to treat them like they are still your boyfriend or your girlfriend. If they broke up with you, they should not get the privileges of being yours. It's just how it works. And if you allow them to do that, then you just enable them to break up with you, because whatever little benefits that they were getting, maybe they're big benefits, if they still get those, why would they want to come back? What would make them reconsider? It has to hurt to some degree, emotionally speaking, for them to reconsider. And so sometimes those things where you think, well, but this is money, and so I don't want them to just come back for money, so I'm going to help them out with this, because that way at least it'll show them that I care. And if I took the money away and they came back to me, it would just be for the money, and that wouldn't be real anyway, so I'm going to help them out with money. No, that's not how you should do it. Because even if it's something like that, it at least causes some emotional pain to make them take inventory of their emotions, to make them ask themselves, is this what I really want? And it can make them reconsider other things. It's at least a start. But you should take away the benefits of being yours. That means if they need help, unless it's life-threatening, they probably have some friends who can help them out. And you're busy after all, because you're living a great life. And so that's how you need to view it. There needs to be consequences to the breakups, and you need to keep your standards. That means that if they mistreat you or things like that, that you don't overlook it, that you don't sit here in your pain and say, I will endure anything to get them back, even if it means their mistreatment, their lack of consideration, their sense of entitlement, them yelling at me or something like that. You need to maintain your standards, which means that you actually get tough with yourself, and that you allow that logical side of you to be in charge, and to say, if you're being treated this way, you're not going to let yourself just wallow in this pain and wait on them. You're going to move on. You're not going to make effort to get them back because they're mistreating you. And a lot of times when you're emotional and you're hurting after a breakup and you're shocked and you feel the sense of betrayal and loss, you will overlook mistreatment because you want them back so badly. That's why you have to let your logical side lead. One way to do that is to try to picture your ex treating someone else this way. Only it's not your ex, it's another person. It's not you, it's 2 other people, and you're seeing the person treat them badly. Would you tell them, yeah, stick it out? Or would you say, they're treating you badly, you should move on with your life? Always ask yourself that. Always ask yourself if you should move on based on how they're treating you. And if the logical answer is yes, take a serious look at it. Get more information on my emergency breakup kit at myexbackcoach.com. The link is in the description below. It's myexbackcoach.com/EBK. And at that website, you can book a coaching session with me as well. And that includes marriage situations, breakups, or moving on with your life after a breakup. Again, the website is myexbackcoach.com. This has been Coach Lee. And as always, thank you for watching.